A very good morning. You're watching NewsX and I'm Shivani Singh. We're looking at the top story today, days after the powerful explosion in Delhi's Red Fort, which killed nearly 12. Newly surfaced CCTV footage has captured the exact moment when the white Hyundai i20 car detonated in the middle of rush hour traffic. The footage obtained from a traffic camera positioned near Red Fort Metro Station's gate number 1 shows a slow-moving white Hyundai i20 surrounded by e-rickshaws, autos and other vehicles before erupting into flames. Now viewers, this newly obtained CCTV footage can be witnessed over here. I will play it for you, and this is, first let's see the entire CCTV footage. This is how this entire traffic is actually moving. It's slow moving traffic, and look at that. At exactly 50 past 6, 57 seconds, we knew the exact time when this car actually explodes over here. And you can look at the amount of traffic. See, I will pause the frame right here for you. There is a big bus over here. There are a lot of e-rickshaws, there are private vehicles, there are auto rickshaws, and you can look at the amount of crowd over here. This is peak rush hour traffic. This is 50 minutes past 6 and 57 seconds, and this is the Hyundai i20 in that slow moving traffic. Remember, we now know that this Hyundai i20 was parked nearby for 3.5 hours before it chose this rush hour time to actually come and move and merge into the traffic. This is where it actually turned into a fireball. This is on your screens. I'm playing it for you. There. It just turns into a huge fireball, affecting a lot of people. You can see everyone who was here in this nearby area will be affected because of the blast, and we lost 12 innocent lives because of this as well. You can look at the amount of traffic. Everybody, it's bumper to bumper traffic. You have a lot of auto rickshaws, around 20 to 30 vehicles in this one singular frame. So you can imagine the amount of damage this car must have caused. I will play it once again for you guys. Here is that Hyundai i20 in that slow moving traffic. A lot of autos, cars, private taxis, buses as well, and that's when it actually turns into a fireball. Look at the damage it has actually caused. I will pause right here. All the cars over here, all the e-rickshaws just mangled, and we also saw when we had fresh footage from where the blast actually took place, the cars, the debris, all the cars were actually damaged to a lot of extent. We saw that over here all the e-rickshaws were mangled, and even the people who were injured had a lot of injuries, who are still being treated right now at the LNJP hospital. So this is freshly obtained footage. This CCTV is right in front of the Red Fort Metro Station gate number 1, and here you can clearly see how this entire i20 actually burst into flames. These are e-rickshaws right in front of it. There's a vehicle right behind it, viewers. I will stop that frame over here for you to see. There is an e-rickshaw right in front of it. There is a taxi over here. There are e-rickshaws and autos here. There is a person on a two-wheeler this side, and there is also private vehicles and taxis on either side of this vehicle, which then explodes on your screens right now. And it had a lot of damage, it did a lot of damage, and we saw that at least 12 people lost their lives because of this explosion. All right, joining me on the broadcast is my colleague Arzu Seth, with more details on this story. Arzu, we now have fresh CCTV evidence where it shows the exact moment when that car actually burst into flames, and we can see the peak rush hour traffic. There were so many people around that car. There were auto rickshaws, e-rickshaws, two-wheeler, taxis, all of them affected because of that explosion.
Well, definitely, a newly surfaced CCTV footage captured the precise moment the Hyundai i20 exploded near the Red Fort on Monday, sending the shockwaves through the congested lanes of Old Delhi. In fact, at the in the national capital, and in the clip, the car is suddenly, seen bursting into flame, within the seconds, and sending the flames flying across the street. And the impact was so devastating, as we can clearly see. There were a lot of traffic. The road was congested, and the impact was so devastating that the nearby vehicles were engulfed and severely damaged, while panic gripped the crowded streets. And in fact, as you also mentioned, the person has waited for around 3 hours in the parking area, in the parking slot, to just wait for this movement to get the road more congested, and then he brought the car, and then the blast happened, and we can clearly see that suddenly the car is seen suddenly bursting into flames. And that there were flames all around, and there were several vehicles that were also came in that blast. And there are 8 people who lost their lives. In fact, there was 20 around people who were who were injured, who were taken to the hospital. The government has passed a resolution, in fact, condemning the car blast near the Delhi's Red Fort as the terrorist incident.